Bandits trade words with netizens.
I carry who? Who you want carry?
Danish love affair goes wrong. Hello my people, welcome back to our opinion God's word, where we look at the chaos in the world, we shake our head small, and then we check back to see what God himself has to say about it. My name is Muna, but before I get started today, please, I want you to do me one small favor. Can you like this video, subscribe, share it, drop your comments and opinions, because what I'm about to say, if I don't talk it, my chest will explode. My brothers and my sisters, please help me answer this question. Who are the real rulers of Nigeria? I mean, the real rulers of Nigeria. Is our president the real president? Who is the real ruler of Nigeria? Because so many things are not adding up. Now, let's first of all go to Kebbi State. They said that the army was stationed close to the school where the kidnap or abduction of those school girls took place. But according to reports, they were ordered to go maybe for another assignment. I'm not so sure. And then these terrorists, men of the underworld, came and carried out their operation uninterrupted for hours.
Governor Nasiru Idris of Kebbi State had received intelligence report that bandits were about to attack Girls Comprehensive School in Mega. He immediately summoned a security meeting. The security agencies assured the safety of the students and said security men would be mobilized to the school. The governor recounted that the military were deployed, but they later withdrew by 3 a.m. And by 3:45 a.m., the incidents happened. 25 of students were abducted. The principal had gunshots, while the vice principal was shot dead. This was a clearly avoidable tragedy. The next day.
So, the quick question now is, who told the army, the military personnel, to leave their station? Who gave that order? Who? Even our senators do not know.
Who withdrew the troops to put all these children in jeopardy?
So, who gave the order? I mean, was it invisible people? Is it ghosts? Is it the inner carcass that we are not aware of? Please, if you know, please let me know in the comment section. Now, moving to Kwara State. It was also announced that the 38 members of the CAC church in Eruku that were abducted, it was announced that they were rescued earlier this week, and we saw videos, of these church members. We all saw all of them coming down from that big bus. We saw all of them. We even saw one of the members of the church, where they were interviewing him, and he was telling the whole world about their ordeal. But one thing that still stands out is that while these people were coming down from the bus, we did not see the bandits. I was expecting that maybe there will be a separate bus for the bandits, maybe at the back of the bus of those rescued people, or maybe in front, with the bandits coming down, handcuffed and everything. But I did not see any video evidence that they captured any bandits. None of them was arrested, and that's very strange. Did the Nigerian government pay ransom to secure the release of the CAC church members? Is that what happened? These are unanswered questions. Now, just I think between yesterday and today, we also saw, videos floating around on social media of the abducted school girls and the bandits. They were all together in that footage, and the bandits were boasting that the government had to have peace talks with them. So I'm wondering, like, how do you have peace talk with bandits? How do you have peace talk with terrorists? It's not adding up. It makes no sense. Okay, if they had peace talks with the bandits, who is the leader of the bandits? Is it Sheikh Gumi?
Attacking the bandits.
Somebody help me. Is Sheikh Gumi the leader of the bandits? Because this whole thing is giving me a headache. Is Sheikh Gumi the real president of Nigeria?
Attacking them will cause.
And then what of the children from the Catholic school in Niger State? Nobody is talking about them. Everything is just not making sense. And while this is going on, our first lady of Nigeria, Remi Tinubu, nothing concern banditry affairs. Nothing she's not bothered, at least based on her actions. As we speak, she's organizing dinner for senators on Friday.
Remi Tinubu CON, First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So this is like an invitation by the mother to the children on a Friday. So I wish you sumptuous meal and fruitful discussions.
Good. God is indeed merciful, because if I say what is anyway, make I not talk anything. Nigeria is shaking like a generator with a bad carburetor, but instead of showing concern, we're talking about cooking jollof rice for the senators. Now, wow. Meanwhile, the bandits are online giving press release like their CNN correspondents. Who rescued who? Anyway, while this is happening, the terrorists have started opening accounts on TikTok. They are all over TikTok as we speak, and they are trading words with netizens on TikTok.
Carry who? How many you go fit carry?
Wallahi, I will carry you.
I carry who? Who you want carry?
Wallahi, I will carry you.
I will carry you too. Allah will carry you. God will carry you. Angel of God will carry you. Holy Spirit will carry you. You will not know peace, that will carry you. God will visit you today. That spirit that is tormenting you, God will remove it away from your body. That deep spirit, that kid spirit, that unclean spirit, God will remove it away.
Interacting with other Nigerians that they wish to abduct and kidnap. That's what is going on right now as we speak. And somehow these people cannot be traced, but they are on social media. Anyway, the Bible warned us about this type of madness. I'm going to read Isaiah 5 verse 20 to 24. And starting with verse 20, it says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." This particular verse, Isaiah 5 verse 20, it practically mirrors everything that is going on in Nigeria today. Bandits kidnap citizens, yet somehow they are treated like negotiating partners. Criminals are boldly releasing press statements while Nigerians and innocent people live in fear. The leaders of our nation downplay evil, spin stories and blame victims. Like, meanwhile, people doing the right thing, the whistleblowers, activists, pastors, citizens, they are often being ignored, threatened, or silenced. People come out and say that it's a lie, there's no genocide happening and all whatnot. They are not killing Christians. It's like what is going on is a complete moral reversal. Darkness being labeled as light and evil being normalized. That's what's going on right now as we speak in Nigeria. I'm going to read the same Isaiah chapter 5, but this time around I will read verse 21. And it says, "Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight." This particular verse is speaking to leaders who believe that they are smarter than the citizens. Nigerian leaders, they take us as citizens of Nigeria as fools. They treat us like fools. Some of the things that they come out and say, they expect people to swallow, some of the things they say. They don't owe explanation for national security failures. They just come and bamboozle people and expect everybody to swallow it hook, line, and sinker. They believe that they can hide the truth and Nigerians won't question. They believe that they can make decisions without transparency and accountability. Every one of them is forming experts, but the results show confusion, not wisdom. Even Donald Trump had to express his disgust about what is going on in Nigeria. He said it was a disgrace. I'm going to also read the same Isaiah chapter 5. This time around I will read verse 22. And it says, "Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink." Now, basically, what this says is that the leaders are numb. They are completely disconnected from the sufferings of the people. That's exactly what is going on in Nigeria. Citizens are crying that they are being kidnapped. People are being kidnapped, terrorized, being killed, while these same leaders of Nigeria, instead of them to be looking for lasting solutions, they are busy hosting dinners, attending ceremonies. The other day, Senator Papa Ned was there talking about organized press conference to talk about Regina or no Regina. Focusing on frivolous and ridiculous things, focusing on comfort and not crisis. Nigeria is bleeding, yet those in authority act like everything is fine. I'm also going to read Isaiah chapter 5 verse 23, and it says, "Which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him." Those who should be protecting the citizens are sometimes protecting the wicked. E.g., we see the bandits, terrorists that are supposed to be arrested. They are busy having peace talks with them. Bandits are treated with soft hands. Some are even praised by some influential voices. People who enable evil are rewarded with power, influence, or access. Victims get little or no justice, while the wicked gain more boldness. This verse describes a system where evil thrives because someone powerful seems to be benefiting from it. This is why orders are given that nobody admits to. This is why kidnappers operate freely. This is why the leaders pretend not to know what is going on. And I'm also going to read the final chapter. Which is Isaiah 5 verse 24. And it says, "Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their roots shall become as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel." Now, what he's saying is that God is saying that don't worry, consequences are coming. Everything rotten will reveal itself. So leaders of our nation, continue. God is watching you. One day monkey go market, e no go come back. Anyway, let's leave Nigeria for now. Nigeria right now, the stories are really depressing. Let's leave Nigeria and go overseas, because the diaspora is also giving us a storyline. Right now, women in the world are very angry. They are extremely angry, enraged. And this time around, the anger is not directed at men, surprisingly. This time around, the anger is directed at an Igbo woman, Miss Onyeka. In fact, all the Igbo women, both home and abroad, have threatened to revoke her Igbo card. As for myself, for the past 5 days, I have not rested. Everywhere on social media, Danish Deception, Danish Deception, Danish Deception. In fact, I almost threw my phone away. Is that bad? According to social media courts, which gives no bail and no adjournment, Onyeka has now been crowned the first Igbo woman to be scammed by an Onyocha. Yes, a whole title. Highly unfortunate. Anyway, here's the gist. So Miss Onyeka, a very beautiful woman, met an Oyibo man in Europe, I think Croatia to be exact. And when she met this Oyibo man, he swept her off her feet like those romantic movies on Netflix. He wined and dined her. He took her on an adventure to Monaco, Cannes, Paris, and different parts of Europe and the world. Oh my God. Hotels that cost money your bank app cannot even display. He also told her that he was from the Danish royal family, and also that he was an Olympic medalist. By the time he was done with our sister Onyeka, she was hooked. She was never going to let go. My sister did not stand a chance. Love carried her away like Uber. Carry am go where she no know. Next thing, boom, secret marriage. And that was when the real shege started. This man showed Onyeka's shege. Her eyes saw the back of her head. Wetin she see for this man hand? Hey! Anyway, she's alive to tell the story. This man came into her life and he succeeded in swindling not just her, but her friends, family members, business partners, colleagues, acquaintances, and all and sundry of over 300k USD. And I'm putting it mildly. The story is even wilder than what I am narrating. Anyway, after everything, boom, he left her and now they are divorced. So right now, Onyeka is sharing her story on TikTok. And the reason why she's sharing her story is so that other women can learn from her and not fall victim. So, she shared the story, 25 parts. It's on TikTok. So if you are interested, you have time to, listen to the full story. Go on TikTok and Google or type Danish Deception. It's all there. Anyway, after sharing her story, instead of women folk to join together, come together and rally around her and show her support, empathy, the opposite happened. Men and women have unleashed terror on her page. They've been dragging her like I better pass my neighbor generator. They've dragged her, they've trolled her, they've bullied her. Even myself, when I saw all the things that these people were writing, I felt so sorry for her. I felt sorry for her. I'm like, God, human beings, where is our empathy? Where is our empathy? Everybody is dragging her, giving their own, wise takes. Everybody is now suddenly wise, including those ones that have been scammed by fake prophets. Those people that have been scammed by, their husbands and wives. Some of them are still being scammed, but because Onyeka came out to talk about her story, now everybody has become George and Georgina. They are suddenly so perfect. Oh no, I can never be a mumu. No, I'm too smart for it. Yeah, right. Anyway, on a more serious note, when it comes to marriage, many people want to use sense in the world we live in these days. Marriage has become a strategic decision. People do not even bring the topic of marriage to the table of God. Don't bring it to God's table. We as human beings, we know how to ask God for money. When it's time to ask God for job, we will pray. When it's time to ask God for promotion, we are not dumb, but we know how to ask. When it's time to ask God for visa to Japa, a lot of people will fast and pray for 50 days. They know how to do it. When it's time for business, healing, some people will go and lie down in church for 50 years. They know how to do that one. You will see them in the forefront. But when it comes to, asking God for a life partner, husband or wife, asking God to help you pick the right person, and that's one. That is where there is problem. That is where people now become, people start strategizing. People don't want to involve God when it comes to that decision that is like the most important decision that you will ever make in your life. People don't involve God in that one. No. When it comes to that, we human beings will become experts on our own. We don't need God. You see a lot of women, they say, he must be 6 figures. He must have 6 figures, tall, dark, and handsome, or nothing else. For some men, what does she bring to the table? Her waist must be very heavy. She should be fair with very long hair. Prayer warrior with a touch of agberu and all whatnot. Some will even say, God direct me. But in their mind, they've already chosen A, even though God is trying to direct them to B. People ask God, but also they want to, teach God how to answer their prayers. That's where there's wahala. As Christians, everything that concerns our life, including when it comes to picking our life partners, we should involve God in everything, from job to visa to who you are going to spend the rest of your life with. We should always involve God in these things. Anyway, the Bible in 1 John 5 verse 14 says, and this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. So God answers, and God will answer us according to his will, not our wish list. I'm also going to read Proverbs 10 verse 22, and it says, the blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. So in other words, if God gave you that relationship, it will not come with sorrow. It will not come with tears, emotional ATM withdrawals, or heartbreak overdraft. I'm not saying that challenges will not come. Challenges is part of life. But if you let God help you, when the challenges come, you can always go back to God, and he will help you navigate and overcome those challenges. So my people, whether it's Nigeria's confusion or Danish heartbreak, the summary of it all is simple. When you remove God from your decisions, you will see tears that even onions cannot compete with. Let's keep praying for Nigeria. Let's keep asking God for wisdom. Let's always allow the will of God to prevail in our life, our choices, and our decisions. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, Comment and drop your opinions. See you in the next episode of Our Opinion, God's Word. Stay blessed and may God guide us all. Thank you.